Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Okay. Aber jetzt will ich kurz noch diese Stiefel hier versuchen.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Also sind es nicht seine.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Okay.
Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there!
Okay.
Mr. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not... It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
John Hopley Nelligan. Er hat also das Notizbuch, das hat also ihm gehört. Ja, Fragen. Ach, das müssen wir dann noch die eine fragen, seine Frau. Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Okay. 100 Pfund Reward. Wanted Jonathan Fenton. Look for him. 500 Pfund. Ach du meine Güte. Für... Ach, Diamond Earrings müssen sie finden.
Mr. Holmes?
Ja.
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Der Ring von Frodo? Sieht wirklich so aus.
And partner, 1883.
Nicht, dass gleich Sauron kommt.
From R. Dawson. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Ja, Dawson ist, denke ich, nicht ein seltener Name.
A handkerchief with the initials J.H.N.
John Hopley Nelligan.
A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Okay, das ist Morg. Okay, die wie nennt man das jetzt? Da, wo sie die Toten untersuchen.
Mr. Holmes?
Ja. Okay, schauen wir ihn zuerst mal an. Schäbige Mütze. Flicken. Teurer Stoff, okay. Kurze Ärmel. Feine Knöpfe. Hornhaut. Narben. Dünner Hals. Notizbuch.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Matrosenmesser.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Goldring.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Ring mit Gravur.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Wem gehörte der Ring?
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Ring mit Gravur. Oder eine Jacke des Vaters.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go!
Okay. Nelligans Notizbuch, Einbruchsversuche. Notizbuch holen. Die Einbruchsversuche fanden statt, um das Notizbuch wieder zu holen, das im Blut des Opfers lag. Das könnte bedeuten, dass die Person, die diese Einbruchsversuche unternommen hat, auch der gesuchte Mörder ist. Hoppla. Okay. Experiment durchführen. Wir müssen herausfinden, ob eine wenig begabte und untrainierte Person eine Harpune so werfen kann, dass sie damit einen Menschen an einer Wand aufspießt.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Okay. Im Archiv. Ich gehe jetzt noch die Sachen kurz mal erfragen. John Nelligan. Nelligan ist ungefähr 19 Jahre alt. Er wuchs in wohlhabenden Verhältnissen auf, aber nach dem Verschwinden seines Vaters vor 10 Jahren verfielen er und seine Familie in Armut. Er verdiente sich seinen Lebensunterhalt mit dem Putzen von Fischen. Obwohl er recht lange solche körperliche Arbeiten verrichten musste, ist John weiterhin ziemlich schwach gebaut. Ich gehe mal zu Woodman's Lee und frage jetzt mal die Frau nach dem Zeug. Herleitungen öffnen. Habe ich denn noch was? Nee. Schade, dass man nicht sprinten kann. Was ist denn heute los? Da verspreche ich mich ja viel. Ach, das ist das Haus, okay. Nein. Hat Peter geraucht?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Peters private Unterlagen.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Ich bin wirklich gerade am Überlegen, ob mir wieder in den Sinn kommt, wer der Täter war. Weil ich glaube, ich weiß es echt nicht mehr. Ist aber auch gut, dann muss ich auch wieder ein bisschen rätseln hier. Ein schwerer goldener Ring mit der Gravur von R. Dawson für meinen Freund und Partner. Okay. Warte, ich glaube, das ist bei Zeitungen eher. Dawson und Nelligan pleite. Dawson und Nelligan Investments Fonds pleite, Nelligan verschwunden. Der Dawson und Nelligan Investments Fonds, eine regionale Bank mit Sitz in Cornwall, hat nach schweren Verlusten im Kreditbestand Konkurs angemeldet und wird infolgedessen in Kürze aufgelöst. Es handelte sich dabei um die 23. größte Bank in England und der Konkurs ist der zweitgrößte der Geschichte. Die Auflösung des Unternehmens ist für viele Familien in Cornwall eine Tragödie. Joshua Nelligan, einer der Vorsitzenden, ist seit dem Bekanntwerden der Neuigkeiten spurlos verschwunden. Zuletzt wurde er dabei gesehen, wie er an Bord seiner Yacht ging und eine Fahrt nach Norwegen vorbereitete. Nelligan wird sowohl von der Polizei als auch von seinen Kreditgebern gesucht.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Okay. Okay, sein Vater ist also von diesem jungen Nelligan, der ist also auf ein Schiff gegangen Richtung Norwegen. Und dort wurde viel Walfang betrieben. Wird, glaube ich, immer noch.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Ja. Die hat auch nichts anderes zu tun, als den ganzen Tag zu stehen.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Beim Ripper-Fall, also beim Fall von Jack the Ripper natürlich. Whitechapel Metzger. Nee, ich gehe jetzt nochmal kurz zu Scotland Yard und frage diesen Jungen nochmal nach Dawson und Nelligan. Ja, das mit dem Jack the Ripper ist eigentlich auch eine ziemlich interessante Story, wenn man das mal so überlegt. Ich habe ja, glaube ich, sogar noch eine Geschichte, wo Sherlock Holmes Jack the Ripper jagt. Und ich glaube, in der Geschichte findet er, glaube ich, heraus, wer es war. Ist ja richtig nicht passiert. Dawson und Nelligan.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Könnte das ein Mordmotiv sein? Wer weiß.